Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Juna!
Lady Juna!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand.
Faraway sky.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound!
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Krauss. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow, if we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
A land runner?
It's quick!
Wait, it's headed right for them!
It'll crash! Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You dolt! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Man, what a way to start the race, but Hulkenberg didn't disappoint. A gauntlet runner. Gonna make things so much easier. Gallic is still having a hard time processing it, calling the pilot crazy, which she takes as a compliment. But we have our goal. It's going to take 4 days and 3 nights to get there, so we've got a long way ahead of us. Beats riding in a stuffy carriage any day. Stroll comments on how beautiful the Gauntlet Runner we're in truly is, hardly believing it's ours to ride. The pilot responds that it feels like ages since he's been out on the open road. This runner's been waiting long enough for her time to shine. Stroll believes it's quite convenient that he can speak to us, telling him that we've got no money to pay him. But he doesn't want money, all he wants is a little gusto. Asking for Stroll's opinion on if this is a rush, Stroll agrees. They both get into the mood, and I gotta agree, this ride is fucking amazing. The pilot can see I have a good head on my shoulders. Hulkenberg comments on the person being different on the wheel, which is when Gallagher asks for an explanation for this insanity, which is when we get introduced to him. His name is Neris, a Ishka, and former heir of a noble house, and personal mechanist for the royal family. Apparently he's a master engineer, positively peerless even, and that's when we get a little rundown of what happened yesterday.
Neoras? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion.
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie on you.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and...
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I... 'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you!
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neuros, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to that? You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady, but leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... 'tis fully operational. Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where last I heard? So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists.
Understood.
With story time over, Stroll asks if the old Dark Neris can handle an undercover operation. Suddenly his voice chimes in, asking for a little faith. Not to brag, but his craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom, maybe even the world. Well, he's sure at least. That inspires faith. But he just says he's here to push the runner as far and fast as he can go, and he believes we'd rather not walk on foot, yeah? Which, I mean, yeah, of course. So I say, if we die together. Neris liked that response, saying, bold as brass. Gallica thinks that either way, Neris knows the truth about the prince, so we can't leave him to his own devices. Neris states that we do the fighting and he handles the greasework. Glad we can, as we're left to talk about the plan. Stroll starts by saying that the goal for the first trial, our destination is Port Briarhaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. Gallica adds that the head is our next goal and says who it is, which Hulkenberg was yet to be told as she asks about it. Stroll once again tells her not to worry, as we don't need to win, we just need to get Luis's attention. People are going to turn heads when we shake it up with a felon, a knight turned kidnapper at that. But Hulkenberg responds that we risk being disqualified. But then she thinks about it, if we win the people's attention, we may win Luis's. Asking for my opinion, it does seem like a gamble, but I trust Stroll, just like everyone here. Stroll tells her that the target is Heisme, an ex-knight, adding that it might be close to home, asking if she would like to sit back, but is actually invigorated as the title is more of a reason to apprehend him, saying that our fate rests in Stroll's hands. With that talking done, we're left to explore the massive gauntlet runner, which I've been dying to do. I look around and eventually found the heart of the runner, quite literally, as he proceeds to give us a quick rundown on how they actually work, using magla crystals as his engine. It's all super interesting. I may need a deep lore on them, but for now, I pass the rest of the afternoon reading.
The gauntlet runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the gauntlet runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
It's now nighttime, and I decide to spend it by talking to Stroll inside the gauntlet runner, reminiscing on the day we became brothers.